Ksenia Vlasenko is a dual Russian-Canadian citizen living in Vancouver. She is fearful for her family living in Russia who do not feel safe under the current Russian president.
They're really struggling because they are clearly anti-war. We have family and friends in Ukraine as well. To go out into the street and declare your anti-war position, first you're going to get beaten, right, by the police, and then you're going to serve at least 15 days in prison and potentially much longer. So they don't feel safe, no.
Vlasenko fears the messages from the Putin administration.
The propaganda is so effective in Russia. It has completely broken the people there. At the beginning of the war, I was very hopeful that my people would come out to protest. And as the war dragged on, I realized that they would not. They would not protest innocent children being murdered. They would not, protest the green corridors being bombed. Just heartbreaking, and I am filled with so much hatred for the Russian government. I cannot even begin to describe it.
She is worried under the current economic sanctions, her grandmother is unable to support herself.
We are no longer able to send funds to her. So we can't order groceries online for her. We're unable to buy her cancer medication.
Vlasenko and her grandmother both share the same fears.
Our children, our grandchildren don't have a future in Russia.
Many Russian citizens understand the volatility of the ruble, and they are storing their savings in foreign currency, such as a US dollar and euros.
And the Russian government has made it all but impossible to withdraw these kinds of monies. And they're not even interested in withdrawing rubles anymore because the ruble has collapsed. It's now half as much worth as it was 2 weeks ago.
Anyone who tries to protest against the Putin administration is shut down.
They've closed down most of the remaining oppositional radio stations, and the people that are protesting on the street, they get incarcerated en masse. At this point, I think already more than 10,000 people protesting against the war in Russia have been taken into custody. But at the same time, you always have to consider the numbers of the people that are protesting, as brave and as outstanding as these people are. They are not massive. So the protests against Putin's return to power 2011, 2012 were significantly larger, and even those the Kremlin at the time was able to suppress.
Putin has removed any opposition that stands in his way.
The infrastructure for there to be an organized opposition has been dismantled by the Russian government over the past 8 years.
Gassner says the sanctions imposed by the other nations do have an impact, but they may also work in favor for Putin.
These sanctions, in effect, actually increase the support of the Russian president because it fits into the Russian government's narrative that the West is out to simply destroy Russia because they don't like what Russia stands for.
In Vancouver, Angela Bauer, City News.